Hey, everybody, welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
Hi, everybody. It's Kat.
And you're here, you're riding up the elevator all the way up to the 10th floor. And it's a very special day because you're going to like and you're going to subscribe. And if you're watching this not live, you get to comment down below with your reactions and thoughts of everything that we had to say.
Yeah,
And if
all
I,
that's gonna happen.
yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that all podcast long, whatever it is you want to call this thing. Vodcast? Is that what we are now? I don't even know. I
I've
don't
not
even
even.
know.
Did you make that up? I've never heard that
I,
term.
I, I just put a V instead of a P, so I don't know. I can't be the very first person on the planet to ever say that, so
I don't know. I haven't heard it
I
before.
haven't
So
heard it before either. But
okay.
whatever.
Well, then you made it up. All right.
Sure. I'm the originator. I'm the first person. Welcome very much to the 10th Floor Vodcast. I'm Matt.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Peace,
you-
y'all.
and once again, like I said, you're riding up the death elevator all the way to the, hey, Chandra. Chandra's here. Look at that. People are loading in.
Hi, Chandra.
I don't have the power to do this because I never think of things ahead of time to download the programs and stuff. But I would love to have been able to put a little birthday hat on you digitally, but I can't.
Well,
So instead, I'm just going to say happy birthday, Ma.
thank you, sweetheart.
Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday.
It was my birthday this past Wednesday, wasn't
It
it?
was. So I hope you had a wonderful time and a wonderful day, and people were nice to you and gave you wonderful showcases of love.
Actually, it was very nice when I walked into the kitchen at school that morning. And for anybody that might not know, I'm a lunch lady. So when I walked into the kitchen on that morning, they all said "Happy birthday" at the same time. They made me a cake. They bought me a plant. They all signed
Oh,
a card, and I really, really appreciate that because, the last few years of my career were very toxic, and
yeah.
that stuff was gone for anybody. Nobody was doing it for anybody else, and it was just because it was such an ugly environment, and just the joy of being there was just not there at
Yeah.
all. So to have that return into my work environment, I love it very much. I so much appreciate it because I know what it's like to work in that really uncomfortable, toxic, no fun kind of place. And
So
even
they
though I
made
work
it fun for you.
hard I work hard. Oh my God, I work hard. But it is a very nice environment. You feel very
Yeah.
appreciated.
Well, good. I'm glad that they made you feel special and they paid it special attention to you and they made working worthwhile.
Yeah, and then that we didn't do anything that it's funky when your birthday's on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, but we I cooked dinner that night, and Grandma had went to the store during the day when I was gone at work and bought me a birthday cake. So
Oh, all right. No Texas Roadhouse or nothing, huh?
no,
Well, that's
no.
okay. Birthday
We
cake
went out to
and
dinner last night. We went
okay.
out to dinner last night,
Well,
but
we'll count that.
it was not for my birthday.
Yeah, we'll just count that though. We'll say, well, birthday week, anything that you do out of the norm was for your birthday. So happy birthday, Ma. Happy birthday from everybody here on the 10th floor. From Dr.
And
Finn and Dr. Robinson and Dr. Ashford and Nurse Johnson and Nurse is she a Weber again? I don't, Nurse Baldwin uh
I don't know.
and
Oh, no.
Nurse
Maybe Biz is
Quartermain.
Weber. Maybe Biz is Weber.
Biz Weber, Nurse Quartermain, and Nurse Felix. I don't know what Felix's last name is. Dubois.
Yeah, it is Dua.
Nurse
Yeah,
Dubois. We have more nurses than doctors on the cast right now, don't we?
yeah, but they don't show a lot of
Oh,
them.
Dr. Randolph, and then like that other oncologist, Doctor
Yeah,
whatever. Hey
yeah.
Cheryl. Hey Chandra. Hey Judy. Hey everybody. Welcome to the show. We spent a little bit of time saying happy birthday, Ma. Happy birthday,
So
Ma.
this is what I think.
Yes.
I have
Let's do it.
claimed it.
Let's
I've
jump
claimed
right
it.
into it.
Now I'm going to talk about my birthday for a second. I'm going to claim it. There's got to be an omen to being born in 1961 and turning 61.
Okay. Okay. Like a
That's
year of
got,
great luck.
yes, a year of great luck. I'm claiming it. I'm
Uh-huh.
claiming it.
It's yours. It's
Come
yours.
on.
Take it. Take it.
Okay.
You know.
Now, let's
Now,
talk about that silly General Hospital.
you want to talk about GH? You want to talk about slow burn GH? Last week we had hot intense GH. This week we had
Yeah.
slow burn GH. We had let's bring it down. Let's bring some detail into these stories.
Yes, that was a very. I always find that the General Hospital and soap operas in general, I think, do this because they have recently had sort of a conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
so it always like is there's a setup period in there,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
Not really fillers.
No.
Not really fillers.
No.
Fillers are different. We see fillers too, filler episodes. But these were set up. It was a lot of recapping and a lot of explaining, but nothing happening.
Yeah, I mean, we got some new direction for things. I mean, Marty's leaving town. Anytime he's in a scene, there's a 50-50 chance it's because he's going to be leaving town soon, which is unfortunate.
It's true. It's very true. I hate to. I love him and Lucy together. They're just so damn funny.
They're so fun, aren't they? I really like
They
them
are
too.
so fun. I love them together. I hope they stay together. I hope Martin's like more has more presence on the show. I hope there's going to be some ex-wife drama. I hope we recognize one of them as Dixie.
I mean, wouldn't that be fun?
awesome.
That'd be super
Wouldn't
fun.
that be so
I mean,
fun?
John Lindstrom's already on the cast, and they love to hire people's like husbands and wives and stuff, as we saw this week as well.
Yes. Yeah, as Drew's wife popped up again, huh?
Yeah. Cameron Matheson's wife, Mrs. Matheson.
Yes.
Mrs. Matheson playing that business
Is her
guru,
name?
the one that's going to get everybody out of trouble. Because nobody knows how
I
to do
want to call
business
her
better
Mia.
than
Is her
her.
name Mia?
I'm sorry, Mia. I think so. Yeah,
Ah.
Mia. I mean, all you need is one consultation. She'll be able to put everything right back for you, Carly. I promise. I promise.
Mia.
I mean, she was the one that gave me that idea for the merger, and it was brilliant. I'm the one that blew it. I'm the one that blew it by trusting Ned. It's all on me.
Matt, you have a new voice, honey.
Oh,
You
man.
found him.
Don't go
You found
anywhere,
him.
Drew. Don't go anywhere.
You got him right there.
Please don't go anywhere, Drew. Oh man. So what we were bouncing all over the place once again here on the 10th
Already,
floor.
huh?
I mean, that's what
Already.
we do. That's what we do here.
We
That's what we
do.
do here. It's like yeah,
So,
hey, they fixed the elevator. I don't know if you noticed that. We're riding in the elevator again on the show.
the only I don't understand then. The only purpose of it being broken was to have Busy Liz going down there.
I guess, and to have Michael and Dex have a confrontation in the stairwell. But even then,
Oh,
like,
that's true.
and here's the thing, though, like we talked about, we don't always take the elevator when we're at the hospital.
But
They could have easily had just set these things in the stairwell without having put up a sign up.
yeah, or they could have had like I don't know. They could have explained it this way. Oh, the elevator's taking too long. It's only a floor down.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
you go.
Exactly.
Or, dang, I need to get my steps in today. Boom.
I would imagine nurses go up and down that stairwell with file folders all the time, all day long, all day long.
Especially if it's only a floor or two. And especially if you're going down and not having to go up.
Right. Hey, Cheryl, Stephanie, Irma, Leanne, Daisy, everybody that's joined us here in the chat. Happy birthday to Mom. Cheryl wishes you a happy 29th birthday. So
Well,
there you go.
I understand. I understand that. I've heard that many, many times as women say, you're going to stay 29, you're going to stay 29. I don't know. I guess I am. I like to live in reality a lot. You know them.
Yeah.
You know that about me. I don't like to sugarcoat nothing. A turd dipped in sugar is still a turd.
Oh my God.
I don't know, you guys, I'm crazy, right? Anyway, I don't want to look like crap for 29, but I want to look great for 61. So I'm claiming that too. I don't want to be 29. I look like crap for 29. So no, thank you.
Wonderful 61-year-old, though.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good afternoon, Irma. Hey, Stephanie.
But I
Good
would
morning,
like to
lovely.
say, I would like to stay in the zone of a 29-year-old though, because I find that as you age, you just become negative, even though you don't want to be.
Mhm.
It just happens.
Yeah.
It's just a spin on, it just happens,
Yeah.
So I don't want to be that.
You're going to be
I don't
glamorous
want to.
and fabulous
I
like
want to
Ava.
stay 29 here. I do.
All you need is
Anyway.
martini every single day, and you're going to be Ava Jerome. That's the secret. 2 olives.
Yep.
Just bring me another martini. Charge it up to my room. I won't be coming home.
All right. So what do you want to talk about first?
Oh gosh, let's pick something here from the chat. First thing that I have randomly seen here, Leanne says, and Austin has to answer to a woman in Pawtuck. Let's talk about something simple. Let's talk about Austin and Maxie.
Oh yeah.
So it seems as though he's trying to dip out on this weekend, or at least that's what Maxie thinks. But in reality, he's got to go answer to Ms. Wu, or I don't know, whoever's in control of whatever Austin's really doing in Port Charles.
Right. Man, you know what? They have taken his story and just made a bunch of like mountain turns out of it. Oh, let's go this way. Nope, let's go this way. Nope, let's go this way. They need to decide what to do with Austin.
I mean, maybe they have, and that's why we're going to Pawtuck
Because
to find out.
I haven't noticed plot twist. I've noticed new direction.
That turns and swerves, but
Yeah.
not necessarily twists.
Right.
You're absolutely right, and hopefully they've picked a direction, and they're not going to have him meet somebody in Pawtuck, and by the time he's back in Port Charles, things are getting another 15th direction here for Austin.
Or I don't know. If they don't do something cool soon, just dump Austin and do him a Finn thing again and make him somebody else
Make it
once
somebody
again.
else. Just, Franco's back. Why not? Weirder things have happened on a soap.
So if he was one more character, wouldn't he be tied with Finn for forward?
Like the number of characters played on a General Hospital soap or spinoff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I wish I could come up with an excuse for what's happening with Austin, but there is none. It's just like you said, quick changes and turns when it comes to what's happening. And it's sad and it's unfortunate, and I'm sure Roger Howarth is pretty disappointed.
I mean, I think I am interested in that person that he's reporting to. I hope it's going to be something, like I like a little shock once in a while.
Yeah.
A surprise. So I hope it's something interesting.
That would be good.
I hope
I'm all for interesting.
Yeah, I don't see any passion with Maxie and.
Oh no. And at this point, Maxie is
They don't have no screen fire.
No, at this point too, Maxie's run into a red flag with Austin. And when it comes to Maxie's track record, I would think that at this point, the first red flag should be the only red flag. And that's any relationship you should just jump right out of. Which ones of them are actually worth fighting for? Maxie Jones, the one with Spinelli, I guess, is the only one for you.
Yeah. It's the only one that hasn't died or tried to kill her.
Yeah. Judy says she just doesn't like Maxie hooking up with guys who deliver her children. She does do that on a regular basis. And also that Roger is being shortchanged as an actor. And I kind of have to give her that. I think that's true. I think Roger Howarth is capable of a lot more than what Austin Gatlin Holt has
I agree with you 100%.
produced so far.
I agree with you 100%, and I've actually said that before too.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
The truth right here on the podcast.
Roger has shown us he was good as Franco.
Mm-hmm.
He was.
Yeah.
And he was just really good as Todd.
The many layers of these characters he's able to play. Just pull back that onion, peel by peel,
bad guy really
layer
well.
by layer.
He does a bad guy that's misunderstood. Really
Well, maybe that's what we're gonna get now. He's gonna turn into a bad guy that's misunderstood. Leanne says it's a blackmail or cover up. I don't know. Is it gonna tie into Cody somehow? I don't know anything.
I didn't think about cover up. Actually, could be
Covering up what? Did he accidentally kill the real Austin and he's just posing for now, trying? Is it his identical twin brother who was replaced to the man that delivered Maxie's baby and went to Port Charles instead? I mean, we could speculate all day long. and none of it will be right. Stay tuned.
Well, yeah. So I am interested though to see who this person's gonna be. You know,
Yeah. We'll get
I
there.
hope
We'll
I
get
hope
there.
even if it's somebody that we don't recognize, I hope it's somebody connected to some way in a family. You know,
Hmm.
a family we know, even if it's not a character, a person we know.
I don't
Hope so.
know. Let's make a big splash here in General Hospital. Let's do it. I don't know what the big splash is, but let's make a huge one. Come on, Frank. It's my challenge to you. I know you're watching. I know you're listening.
I hope so.
Frank Valentini.
Hey Matt,
You listen up.
what do you think?
Yeah.
I know I'm jumping off a story, but when we haven't talked about this, what do you think about the Days of Our Lives going to 100% stream? And what do you think is the likelihood of that happening to ABC?
I think that they would cancel General Hospital before putting it on Hulu exclusively. I don't know. I don't see that happening for our beloved General Hospital.
No.
Days of Our Lives is the one that has the Beyond Salem, or is that Bold and the Beautiful? I don't know.
No, that's Days.
Chat?
Days.
Days?
Days.
Okay, so so Days of Our Lives has already proven that they can have a successful online audience.
That's true.
And I think that's why they did that.
And ABC General Hospital hasn't even tried yet.
They probably went, yeah, they haven't even. Well, I mean, they have like the Hulu numbers. Whoever's streaming it right now, they'll know.
Yeah, but they've never done a little week miniseries and
No.
like
So
Days did that last year, and then they just did it again, and now they made this announcement.
Yeah, so I think what happened was they did the Beyond Salem, and it was a success, and it might have even drawn in newer viewership. Maybe it was on par with the television audience, and so they said, "Hey, this was successful."
They're smart, because our beloved Steve Burton's on that Salem show.
Yeah,
I bet you when they stream, ta-da, Steve Burton will be on there. That's going to draw a lot of number right there.
Yeah. I think that it was a good move for that particular soap. I think that they made a little mini experiment that went well, and they're making the jump. And maybe that'll bring better longevity as well for the show, because streaming numbers are different. Mm-hmm. It's more about subscriptions rather than number of major views and all of that nonsense. So if they get people consistently subscribing to apps and whatnot because of this, then everybody wins, and then keep the show on, and you're not living or dying off of those Nielsen ratings and all of that, which is required to stay on the network TV.
But don't you think that ABC's just really missed an opportunity, at least not try it? Because they have Prospect Park there, and that's theirs. They're not having to pay for space, time.
Right.
Yeah,
no, I if you're asking me, my biased opinion says yes, absolutely. ABC, do it. Do the same thing. Follow in their footsteps and do it better.
Unless they just want General Hospital to die.
I don't know. I know that I don't want to speculate in that. I want to sit here and love the show and imagine that it's going to be on for the rest of my life. I think the reality is it won't be, but I would like it to be. And so I'm just going to live in that fantasy for a while. I do know, though.
Well, yeah, we got to enjoy it until we
can't, like all my children.
There you go.
But I do know that every year they don't even make an announcement as to whether or not GH is canceled or renewed. It just continues to go without any sort of fanfare or announcement or anything like that. Let's get to the chat here. Let's see what some of the reaction to all of this is, Ma. Let's see. General Hospital is very good Hulu number, says Daisy. That's unconfirmed, but we're just going to run with it here on the 10th Floor podcast, and we're going to say that's hardcore fact brought to us by Daisy Flower 40. Unrefutable. The GH numbers are great on Hulu. They tried it with all of my children and failed miserably, but before we were COVID hostages, says Leanne. They tried it with all my children and with One Life to Live years before streaming was a thing.
Yes.
They did it too early. If all my children had lasted another 5 to 8 years and then made the transition to streaming, then it would have been a completely different story.
Oh, yeah, because it wasn't streaming yet. And I remember actually watching a few episodes of it. It was hard to find.
Yeah.
Internet connection wasn't as good as it is today.
Yeah.
When, it just...
Yeah,
it was hard.
The internet's
it was a pain in the butt to watch.
The net's built around streaming now.
Right.
streaming games and Twitch and what we're doing right here on the podcast, the vodcast, 10th floor vodcast. Like, rate, subscribe, la la la. Happy birthday, Mom. So I
And you
think,
said it before we're done, right?
yeah.
All right. So we talked about Austin. We better talk about something else.
Oh no, I mean I thought we were still talking about. I'm sorry, I was nerding out about streaming and stuff. Let's
Sweetheart,
see.
no, it's just that I know that we're going to have a long podcast today, but we have a tendency to just eat up time and not realize. Look at what time it is, babe.
11:30. We've only been doing this for 20 minutes.
We only talked about Austin for 5 minutes.
Oh, fine. All right, fine. Let's see. It would be shame for ABC to cancel this last show, but I only want to watch Hulu, yada yada. What about the senior fans who don't stream? Start streaming. It's not hard. You go buy TVs that stream now.
Yeah, I don't know. But there would be some loss without it just having regular broadcast as for people. I think some people.
But maybe the potential for gain is better.
Oh, yeah.
It's Lori's birthday today, Mom. Happy birthday, Lori. Ma's birthday was last Wednesday, so happy birthday, y'all.
Awesome. Well, happy birthday.
Chandra says that I think what she's trying to say here is that she wants the old GH episodes to be up on streaming. That'd be fun.
They did that with Days, I believe.
Oh, I don't know.
But they're switching over. So
they're switching over. Oh, Lori says we make her day, so I'm just gonna sit here and celebrate in that. All right. Let's get on topic.
You make mine better too.
Oh, everybody's so nice to each other here on the 10th floor. It's a crammed elevator, but we sure are sweet. Let's talk about Spencer, Mama. You want to talk about Spencer?
Sure.
So Spencer is in trouble.
Yes, he is.
He's in trouble because he went to the aid of Trina and got in trouble for it.
He sure did.
He told the truth.
But he finally went up there and said, and he pretty much, he came clean in the courtroom, and he's come clean in all his conversations with people as well.
Yep. And Sonny was all like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Right?
Yes, and I love that. I love that scene, though, you guys. Didn't you? The Sonny Spencer scene, it was good.
Yeah. It's like, you gotta go to prison for her. Like he does. And then what did he say? He said something sweet, like, I'll go to jail for however long it takes because she's my friend and I love her, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And he had a sweet deal for it. He had a sweet deal come down too that he let go. And I mean, what did he have? He was going to have to go to Spring Ridge for like 8 days or something.
Something like that. Yeah. All he had to do
was
was
ridiculously light.
Just say my Uncle Victor bribed prison guard Pete.
Yep. But Sonny said he's going to have someone looking out for him. Fentonville.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
If he ever winds up going.
I mean, does he go on the run with Trina? Does he go and then we have great Uncle Cyrus looking out for him as well? What are we doing here?
Yeah, that would be delicious. This is what could happen. So he and Trina are off to Pentonville. They put him in the same 15-passenger van. On the way to Pentonville.
It crashes.
Something happens.
And the tire blows out. They go with tumbling.
I think that could actually happen. I think I think that could actually happen. What do you think, Matt?
So I think that's fun. I think sure, why not? That thing wrecks in the woods all the time. So wrecks in the woods all the time, and then they get like separated, and then they get lost in the woods, and they don't know how to get out, and everybody thinks they've escaped, but really they're just lost. And then they fall in love, and then they do the hanky panky in the mud.
I hope it's true. I hope it's true that we're gonna have a Spencer and Trina love adventure. Luke and Laura sign.
And then Esme shows up. She's all wet and bloody with a hatchet.
Oh my gosh! They stumble upon a cabin, and that's where Esme's been hiding
with a sledgehammer and a block. A sledgehammer and a block of wood.
You guys, if any of this happens, swear to goodness, okay?
Did you get my Misery reference? I hope you did. A sledgehammer would block a wood. Come on.
I'm sorry I was talking over you.
Oh, no,
That's
it's fine.
why.
It's totally okay.
Sorry.
Uh,
Sorry. That's why I didn't get it.
oh man, that would be so fun. That's what I want to happen. And since we're the ones that pretty much wrote Elizabeth let Peter out of the freezer, I'll just get started on the script for Trina and Spencer's great adventure. Lori wants to know if
We
Esme's in
better
Nixon
not be
Falls.
right. We better not be
Nah.
right.
We better not be
That's
right.
just
I don't know about all of that
are.
cabin stuff, but the bus crash and them having to be on the run, lost in the woods. I think that's fun. Let's do that.
We didn't read any spoilers, you guys. We're
Oh no,
storytelling. We're just making it up.
we're just making it up. We don't know what's going on. You like we always say here in the 10th floor. You don't come here for the hardcore facts. All right, you come here for wild speculation and terrible opinion. The fugitive, says Chandra. Will Ryan be the one-armed, one-hammed man? Yes, that's exactly it, Chandra. 100%. 1,010% that. We're just gonna. Why not? We're gonna do the fugitive. We've been doing the Godfather for 20 years. We can do the
Ava,
fugitive.
and then Ava's gonna save them all.
Yeah, because Ava's a superhero now. Leanne says they need to get better railing on the parapet with safety netting. Maybe a little higher railing for it.
I said the same thing to Grandma when we were watching it. I said, with all the people that have fallen off of this dang thing, they would have some plexiglass up, something, okay? Anything.
You know how the Golden Gate Bridge has that net, to prevent people from jumping off it?
Yep.
Just install a net underneath the parapet.
It would take away from the aesthetics of the castle, though. Come on.
Oh, well, maybe you can do it in a way that blends it in, paint it a stone gray or whatever the outside of Windermere looks like. I don't know. I don't know what the outside of Windermere looks like. I'm sure they've shown it, but
they've shown it. They've shown it before, but it's been some time since they did.
It's usually some terrible CGI island with like lightning in the back.
Yeah, they haven't done that in a while.
Oh,
they used to have a lot more sets. They used to have a lot of tunnel stuff, and nice sets for the tunnel and stuff like that. They never go in the tunnels anymore.
You should go in the tunnels some more.
Last time of the tunnels, when Lisa was in there with Faison, and she was under his thumb real hard when she first came on the show.
Who's in the tunnels right now? There's got to be somebody. Morgan's in the tunnels. Morgan's been hanging out in the tunnels for 15 years. I don't know. Let's see. Senior Queen 08 says, I love Trina finally admitting for her feelings for Spencer on the stand. She admitted her feelings for Spencer, but then was like, but I don't have them anymore. I don't have romantic feelings for Spencer Cassadine anymore, and I will put that on legal record. Did you get that, court stenographer? I don't care about Spencer. Okay, she didn't go that far, but she did say I don't have those feelings any longer. And I believe that she feels like she actually doesn't. She's wrong, but I think she feels like she's telling the truth.
I think she actually has some feelings for Rory as well, just not nearly as strong.
Now, Rory has fallen way harder for Trina than Trina has for Rory. Rory's about to jump into the fiery pits of hell for her, and she's just like, "Oh yeah, he's cute. He's got nice pets."
Pretty much. Yeah, let's go to the pool.
Let's go to the pool. I'll just look at you some more. Like that's where she's at,
Yeah, it is true. It's true. She likes them. But I do think it's in a very superficial. Oh, this is fun kind of way.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind, dating Roy for a little bit just to look at him. I would do that.
And he was, I thought, where he was not letting anybody in. I really thought that he would let Portia in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did think he would let medical staff in, but he stayed true to the, to the roster.
Letter of the instruction.
To the roster, and then called Jordan and actually told her, Portia tried to get in and I didn't let her in. And what did that lead Jordan to do?
Pull in the little emergency thing in the elevator, providing Portia the distraction she needed. Because she knew that the first thing that Rory would do was abandon his post.
But this is what I'm afraid of. With
that dude's gonna die.
Saw this.
Well, this all these scenes that we saw this week, I think he's going to get overdosed on that juice. I think Portia's going to go in there and do it. I think
TJ.
TJ may go in there and do it.
Ooh, wouldn't that be fun? Gosh, I really hope
Too
that's the case.
many people talked about the same thing and how they, without saying it, wanted to go do that.
Uh-huh. Oh, Ma, that's really good. I hope that's the case because honestly, I don't give GH that kind of credit anymore. I stopped thinking so deeply about what could happen.
I think they're gonna double to triple dose that fool, and he's gonna die.
I love that. I love that. I want that to happen. I absolutely love that. Chat, what do you think? Come on, react. That's super good. I sincerely wish that to be the case.
Only because of that what we saw in the episodes this last.
Yeah, I mean, both TJ, like Portia's in there right now with the needle, and then TJ's very much like, just I want to do this. It's pretty much what's behind every line.
And he had a long conversation. They had like a couple of good scenes with Trina where they talked about just that.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them. You're right.
A lot of them.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I think
we do have to talk about.
Wake him up. They're gonna wake him up wake him up dead.
He's gonna wake up dead in the morning. We got to talk about Brooke Kerr though in that last scene on Friday where she's in that room about to administer this needle, and just the most accurate depiction of anxious terror I've ever seen in my entire life on television. I mean, I'm my father's son. I've experienced my fair amount of anxiety and anxious terror, and my goodness, it put me right there, but in like a fun, entertaining, engaging, this is good way. Like wow, like good work, Brooke Kerr.
Yeah. It seems like I'm not taking away from her at all. I'm just adding her to the group. When it comes to those big scenes, almost every cast member has that.
Yeah.
They can dig that deep. If they're given that, that catalyst scene. And that was a catalyst scene.
Yeah. I mean, Brooke Kerr brings it on a regular basis, though. I mean, when you need somebody to what is it? They hit the button at the end of the scene or whatever it's called, the punch. I don't know what they call it. The tag.
Yeah, the tag.
That's what it is. The tag. It's when they hold on to that reaction. When they transition to something else.
Yeah, they got to say that same
Rely
concern.
on her. Give that to Brooke every time. She's gonna nail it. It's not that traditional.
No.
Soap agape mouth. There's always something there.
No,
always something there.
She has a way of putting fear in her own eyes.
Mm-hmm. And she's got a lot to be fearful about right now. She's got this Oz thing going on. She's worried about Trina's mental health. She's worried about Curtis finding out the truth that he's actually Trina's daddy. And then she's, gonna have to fight for her medical license here. And lots going on.
Yeah,
lots going on. Judy says that she honestly expects Portia and Curtis to end up in jail as well. Brooke and Taviana were interviewed with Michael Fairman Friday. Okay, good job, Michael Fairman. I wish I was you. Portia, Curtis, Trina, Spencer, all go into prison with Cyrus, who's going to try to reform them through the word of the Lord. I want it. I want it. You have no idea how bad I want it.
We just want Jeff Kober so bad, just like whatever. Right?
Everybody has their favorites, and he's one of mine. Jeff Kober, please. I'd like to order some more Cyrus Renault. I forgot Sasha. Oh yeah, Sasha. Sasha's going to jail for going just crazy on Smoltz's car. I didn't even write that down on my notes. Sasha, though, poor Sasha getting set up. Sasha needs a break. Sasha needs a vacation. Sasha needs to ask Michael if she can go to Corinthos Island, or ask Sunny if she can go to Corinthos Island. She could still pull both strings if she wanted.
She's a mess, poor girl.
Sasha needs to get out of town. I think that's the answer. Maybe not permanently, but for a while.
I know she's not well, but I was proud of her. She confronted them.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe she didn't do the right thing. But she confronted them.
Lost it.
She lost it.
Lost
but
it.
She just didn't just slink away as a victim, though.
No, she sat there, was teary-eyed and crazy. Uh, yeah, she went after Smoltz's car. And then whatever her name is, Aquafina or something.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't remember. Uh,
Kind of did sound like that.
whatever. Poor Sasha though, just set up to fail, set up to go, set up for
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. I'm so sad about
Well,
it.
these two people just, they don't care about her at all. And as long as they can have some financial gain, they don't care if she completely falls apart. But you know what? Sonny almost got a hold of that fool, didn't he?
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, good, Sunny's here. Let me ask you some questions." Get in.
I know.
Get here.
I couldn't believe Smoltz. I didn't think that he was going to do that because he knows that Sonny Corinthos, and
he has no shame.
He has no shame at all. Sonny almost got him. I think if it wasn't Nina.
Judy on top of the inside reporting here. Judy live on the field. Judy. What is it, Judy? Judy saying, Judy live report here. Judy saying that Sophia Matson said they didn't think she would be strong enough to break the windshield, but she did.
Cool.
All right, Sophia. You know what?
I love that.
It just goes to show. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Give me that sign. Oh, man. Good moment though. I'm into it. I'm always here for a good mental break. I'm good. I'm here for a good crazy soap character. I'm sorry that Sasha's life is in such a terrible downward spiral, and if this does turn into some sort of crazy murderous I'm now Heather Weber type of insanity, that's really unfortunate how she got there. But hey, that's life.
We sure
I don't know what to say.
We sure need a Heather Weber.
We do. We need one of those just crazy nut jobs, ones that breaks out of the mental. But that's not Ryan. Somebody that's longer winded. Not that Ryan doesn't talk.
Oh, what was so delicious about Heather?
Mm-hmm.
What made her so? She was absolutely fat, dumb, crazy, right?
Right.
But she did a lot of stuff she did either out of love for her kids or being a stalker on a guy. She was stalkerish too. She was stalkerish, but it was always a place of love. It's like because she loved people so hard,
Right?
But always created these things, and she was nutty. And you could say the one little thing to her, and that would cause she wanted to stab you.
Nuttier than a Christmas fruitcake.
Yes. Ooh, that stuff was nasty, with the little jelly green things in it.
Oh yeah, it's gross. Oh, totally gross. Oh man. So Sophia Matson said they didn't think she'd be strong enough to break the windshield, but she's strong enough. She's strong enough to press on. She's strong enough to live. She's strong enough to survive.
We didn't see her this past week very much.
Right? Wasn't the windshield thing this week? I guess I don't know.
Because we're kind of doing a 2-week show right now.
Oh, see, I don't even remember.
Right?
Yeah, I mean technically
last week we tried. Did you go back and rewatch that?
No.
Did you watch it at all?
No. Is it terrible? It's bad, right?
I didn't either. I usually do. I didn't either. So I don't know how terrible that 25
It's a 12 minutes of terrible internet connection is what it was.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. We got it done. You'd like my Robert De Niro.
So I don't remember.
Have we? Last week we tried to talk about it. We haven't even talked about Ava with that delicious roundhouse backhand slap.
Oh yeah, we actually do need to talk in detail.
Yeah, we really
about
didn't
the fight between Ava and Esme.
Yeah, because we didn't. Last week we did try to talk about it with that terrible connection.
Yeah.
But
it was super fun.
I loved it. And when she had her back to her and she said something about Kiki, she told her last time, "You put my daughter's name in your mouth again." Basically, what she said, "I'm gonna get you."
And then she did.
And she did.
Ava's a woman of her word.
and had her back to her, spun around and knocked. And then, and this told me just how crazy Esme is with touching the blood and licking it.
Yeah, she's nuts, Ma. She's super crazy. She said, oh, maybe Ava's going to jail with a lot of them too. We're just going to build a Pentonville set and we're just going to fill everybody in there. We're going to do like a side-by-side, like woman's half, men's half.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to do a wide shot with the wall in the middle, you know? And then we're just going to do back and forth scenes between one and the other.
Orange is the new GH.
Yeah, there we go. Orange is the new General Hospital. I love it. Pentonville's the new Orange. I don't know. Orangeville is the new Black Town. Whatever. Oh man, but yeah, Esme licked the blood off of her finger, straight up cray cray, says Chandra. 100% in agreement. Everybody thinks that Esme's nuts. The fight was super fun. It was super long. They left and went back to it, and it just kept on going. And then they started fighting over the letter. And then Esme fell off the parapet. She didn't push. She didn't get shoved. She fell. Her momentum took her down.
Yeah, the momentum actually did though. It did.
Excuse me, my goodness. I'm sorry, everybody. Yeah, I'm fine.
So I went back, I watched it about 2 or 3 times, her go over. Ava didn't push her.
Oh, definitely. Of course you watched it back 2 or 3 times. What am I thinking? Of course you did.
The struggle is what made her go over. It's very reminiscent.
Reminiscent?
Yes. Of completely different storyline, but the same kind of thing with Carly and Nell at the top of the stairs, and they're fighting over the baby blanket. Remember?
Yeah, and then Carly took the tumble.
And the struggle of it.
Or Nell took the tumble.
Yeah, Nell took the tumble. But Carly really didn't push her.
No. But Nell was like, take her to the loony bin.
Yeah, and just like Carly didn't really, make her fingers let go on the cliff either.
Chandra says that you're going to understand this reference. It's going to be Cell Block GH.
Cell Block GH.
Oh, boy.
Well, is that? It's an old TV show, I think.
Probably.
Yeah. But I like that.
Yeah. Cell Block GH. That's the spinoff. That's the Hulu spinoff. Is that what we're preparing for? Is all of these characters are going to be in the Pentonville spinoff, and we're just going to get real with it?
I think the 3 of us just had that same thought at the same time. That could be the spinoff.
That's the spinoff, and we're gonna make it rated TVMA. We're gonna go there.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I wonder
if Deja's gonna change it all in that way.
I mean, with online, you do get away with a little more. The standards and practices are different, but also at the same time, you don't want to offend the sensibilities of your audience as well. You can't just suddenly turn up the gun violence and side boob,
Yeah. I think most
60
of
days
it,
in Port Charles. You guys are funny. 60 days in Port Charles. Judy, you're right. Esme is not dead, but that fall was awesome. And Ava even said so to Nicholas. Like we both know.
Yeah.
That fall isn't necessarily fatal.
Yeah.
Because they both have done it. So.
Yeah, and they've had other people fall off of it too. I do remember one particular death, and that was Catherine, a long time ago.
She fell off of it, and she actually died.
Well, there we go. 1 in 100. It's very rare that somebody dies when they fall off the parapet, actually. Yeah. It's a very soft land in the rough oceans of the Atlantic.
It's a miracle every time someone falls off.
Ava slapping Esme was so good and a long time coming. Absolutely.
It sure was.
People were waiting. And then she got slapped and then busted open. She got busted wide open with that ring.
Yeah, she did. It was good. It was good. It was good. You know what I did? You know what I said?
Woo-hoo,
hit her again.
Do it again.
Hit her again.
Of course. Knock her down and punch her. Kick her in the ribs. Throw her in the fireplace. I know you.
Goodness.
I know you. When you said that you watched it back a couple of times, I was not surprised. You love yourself some daytime violence.
Well,
I remember when you discovered YouTube. And one of the first YouTube holes you fell in was schoolyard fights.
Right. Oh gosh. Gosh, you guys, I guess I'm a loon. I don't know.
Oh no, you just like watching people fight and not get hurt, but just scuffle. You like the good scuffle. Hey, it's fun. It's more fun than gun violence.
So yeah,
Yeah.
over the parapet she went. Hasn't been seen, but people are starting to realize she's missing though. They're starting to look for her.
Where's
Not everybody knows she's missing.
She left town. Well, that doesn't sound like her.
Mm-hmm. Her dad doesn't know she's missing yet.
Nope. He'll find out.
He's going to find out, and
Someone
I
will
think
tell him.
Ryan's going to get out of there somehow.
I've got to find my daughter.
He suddenly won't be locked in.
Oh gosh. De Havilland hates to say it, but she misses Esme. See, you don't know what you have until it's gone.
Well, but yeah, she was fun to hate. So I hope she's not gone. I don't think she is. She's not dead. Like we just said, no one dies when they get her fall off the parapet.
No, not everybody.
I better not. Actually. Yeah, I better not ever fall off the parapet because my name is Catherine, really. So girls named Catherine.
I mean, you're the more likely than anybody else.
They don't have a good survival rate. So
De Havilland does not believe that Ryan is her real father. Well, I really hope that Ryan isn't your real father, De Havilland. I sincerely do. And if he is, not everything's genetic. A lot of it has to do with upbringing. I mean, Ryan and Kevin are genetically identical.
Yep.
And it has to do with upbringing. So you're fine. Yeah. I mean, unless Kevin is actually a secret psychopath, which would be also a very interesting story.
Well, I know that Ryan is really Ryan, where they've done the switch where Ryan's playing Kevin.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do that.
I'm not talking about the switch. I'm talking about just Kevin genuinely being a secret psychopath that nobody knows about. Those 2 or 3 people that wind up dead every year, that's Kevin.
Oh, well, you never know.
Oh gosh.
It is General Hospital.
So I would say one of the biggest things that happened this week was we got a little backstory on Cody Bell. A man who was so simple. His name is only 8 letters long.
Yeah.
I come from the simple life around the horses.
I was happy to hear some backstory on Cody because I could not take another 15 scenes of him loving horses and admiring
horses. Remind me of my mama.
And have the same conversation with Dante. Even though I thought his conversation with Dante this week was pretty good though, because Dante tried to get him, some connection of the similarities of their story when it comes to dads.
When I learned who my dad was, he shot me.
Yep.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So that means for a lot of newer viewers, though, the whole Dominique connection is just not going to be there for them, and you'd have to go look at some archive YouTube to figure it out.
I don't know. I don't know.
So hopefully somebody, maybe hopefully his dad is not really the mean first husband of Dominique.
I don't know anything about this person or this Leland dude or any of this stuff. So
I don't either. I don't remember. I think Dominique was married to him on the show previously. I don't remember that though. I only remember Dominique Scotty.
Yeah.
And that's Spotty Scotty.
Spotty Scotty memories.
Yeah. But I remember how much he loved her.
Yeah.
And I remember that he was very devoted to her, and they had Serena, but there was complication. I think Lucy tried to steal her or something. I don't really know for sure. For sure.
Wasn't Dominique's story told on Port Charles, not GH? I don't know.
It might have been.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been.
Mm-hmm.
But I did watch both of them.
Yeah.
Like we've said before, you can't come to me with facts. I'll give you spotty memories.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about Dominique. I don't know anything about Catherine Bell either, which I guess has nothing to do with this after all, and it's just another Bell family that happened to look after the horses.
It doesn't appear to have any connection.
Yeah.
And her story was told a very long time ago too.
Right. So.
And she had story and stuff, and she was with Stefan, and I believe she was with somebody else. But She was not like, that I would never call her an anchor character when she was on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dominique was with Mac before she was with Scotty. So Lucy gave birth to Serena. I don't know how that happens, but
I knew there was some connection there. Lucy, yeah.
Lucy was Serena's surrogate. Dominique had a brain tumor. Catherine Bell was Dominique's half sister.
Oh.
So then was Cody raised by Auntie Cat? I don't know. More details to come, folks. Stay tuned on General Hospital as this developing story continues to grow right before our very eyes.
That could be then, huh?
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean, all I know is that he punched Scotty
He sure did.
because he's like, "Where's my money?"
But Scotty don't have anything to do with that.
I mean, other than the fact his name was on the will, I guess. But then everything wound up going to Serena, who spent it on the whales.
It wasn't even left to him. He didn't have any control. So even though he might try to give his daughter some advice, not to spend it all on saving the whales, as he says.
Maybe.
Right,
well,
Scotty?
I don't know. Didn't
That's
he
what
said something, yada yada, blah blah blah, something, money. I want it. You didn't give it to me. Something along the lines of you knew about me, punk, and I didn't get any of this money, punk. You left it all to your biological daughter, punk. But he didn't know that Scotty didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. Catherine was with Ned. Catherine Bell was with Stefan and Nicholas. Catherine was with Nicholas and Spencer. What? Oh my God, Nicholas. Have you always been dating above your age? My goodness gracious, Nicholas.
I do remember her being on there. I remember, it's spotty, like I said.
Yeah.
Clearly remember her going over the parapet, though.
Well, and then splat right on the rocks. The only person to do so.
Mm-hmm. But I tell you, with Dominique, though, the Dominique character, I remember more about what she looks like than I do her story. It's very odd. She had absolutely just beautiful long hair.
Yeah.
And it was I just thought it was so stunning. And she just very, very beautiful young woman. And I remember clearly exactly what she looked like.
Well, Dominique died before Serena was born.
Oh.
That's sad.
Well, no wonder Scotty thought it was all so sad, because it was.
Well, what a terrible tragedy in Scotty Baldwin's life, and then he gets punched in the face for it. No wonder he's so forgiving. No wonder he's like, "Yeah, we'll press charges."
And he said it, and I believe him. He said, if I'd have known about him, I'd have taken care of him.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. Well, now Scotty has like some sort of like weird surrogate son.
Yeah,
now he gets to play daddy.
What if his name is Cody Scorpio?
People are saying Mac is his real father. I don't know. Did Mac bounce through Leland's old house and just have a runaway affair with Dominique?
No.
Oh gosh, I don't know. It's interesting. Because here's my major problem. Cody, they're trying to get Cody to fill the gap that Franco left. And they should have just left Franco in place.
Yeah. They could have had some others. They could have actually left Elizabeth and Franco together and still gave Franco's story. I really do think.
Yeah.
So. I do.
I don't know. Who was it? I don't think it was. You think it was Roger's idea? Was he?
Oh, I have no clue.
Probably not him.
I would say no.
I would say no too.
I mean, you're in the middle of. I mean, there was nothing. I would not think so. I would think that was somebody else's choice.
Yeah.
Somebody else's choice entirely. Mama, what am I going to do without
Cody,
Marty Gray?
Okay. Martin Gray.
What am I going to do without him?
I don't know.
He's leaving town again. He's going to go hide from his wives.
Why?
And I feel like we just got him back on the screen. And yet here he is leaving town once again.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he
And
is.
it makes me so sad.
Yeah.
But that's all right. Victor Cassadine's back around.
Yeah, he is.
And he's trying to move and shake and pull favors for people.
Well, someone, who was it? Who was it that offered to off Victor this week? Somebody did.
Oh gosh, it was I don't remember.
Was it Drew?
Was it Drew?
Was it Drew told Valentine?
So like we got a mutual
Tell us,
problem.
Chad. Do we have short-term memory loss?
Oh,
y'all?
we sure do. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, I got to be honest with you guys. I don't care about Drew. Cameron Matheson has not made me invested in what's going on in Drew's lives. So he was having this conversation with Valentine, and I was doing something else. So I don't really remember what they talked about
dinner.
at all.
You're probably trying to put together dinner or work
Or something
and,
in my busy
and
life.
kind of on in the background.
Exactly.
But I believe, tell us, chat, that's what happened, right? Drew offered.
So what are we gonna do? We're just gonna take the old man out? Let's just dagger right to the belly. It's that easy.
Well, he was way more sinister than that. He had more of his like prison Drew persona on.
Well, good. All right. Maybe we need to stab him in the gut. Come on, Cameron. Let's see the opposite end of this spectrum here. I mean, if you're able to pull this out, I know the opposite has to be in you, Billy Mays. But wait, there's more. Oh no.
That's the most shade I think I've ever heard you do.
James Flight Jr. is not in the chat to experience it. Oh gosh. Let's see here. Hit that like button, says Cheryl. You know what, everybody? Listen to Cheryl. Hit that like button. Same. I love Cameron, but he's not pulling off the character, says Kim. I mean, he's pulling off a character. He's pulling off a character. So, you know. Let's see. Drew went to Valentine. Drew did go to Valentine, but I don't know what they I don't remember what they
Honestly, I think adding Cameron Matheson to the cast is a good idea. And it would have been a better idea to have him not be Drew.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
Somebody that's a self-help guru. That isn't full of S like Shiloh was. Yeah, what did they talk about? Come on, guys. Come on, chat. Tell me what they talked about. You guys haven't told me what they talked about. You guys instead have been talking about Stefan and who plays him, and that is not what we're talking about. We did not talk about Stefan at all, or about who plays him. So I don't know why you're having your own side conversation.
I mentioned him one time. Yeah, I said Catherine was connected to.
All right.
That's about all I remember.
All right, fine. But I don't appreciate you guys talking to each other and not listening to us. Okay. That's gonna stop right now. I'm kidding, of course. Come on, don't take me seriously. Let's see. Drew did offer to take Victor out, says the headline. So yes, that did happen. You weren't crazy.
Yes,
Look at that.
Yes.
So what are they going to do? What are they going to do?
Answer.
Are they going to poison his tea?
Yeah, he didn't really give him a definitive answer of whether or not he wanted to do it or not.
I mean, I'm just here for my afternoon tea. Give me that cookie. I'm just gonna have this little crisp right here. Let's taste it. Ooh, I know the taste of rat poison. Oh no, they've gotten me. Who's done it? Who's finally gotten the better of Victor Castine? And then he survives because we need him. So. Oh gosh, so Drew offered to solve the Victor problem. I mean, so what are we doing here with Drew? All right, are we also just trying to figure out a direction for Drew? Because he's going from I want to be with Sam, oh never mind, we're co-parenting, to we're gonna take over the business. Oops, I failed at that. Let me go kill somebody.
Yeah. Might as well just put my Navy SEAL uniform back on and, be some kind of special agent.
I'm just going to take my gun. I'm going to go find Victor Cassadine, and I'm going to take care of this. We're just going to deal with it. Hey, Nathan, you're late. Where you been? Kim says that was a very sunny move. I mean, yeah, maybe it's the Jason memories coming out. I'm for that. Come on, let's have a Jason memories storyline. I'm with it.
Yeah. So what'd you think about Sunny this week? Sunny and Nina were together a little bit this week. You know what, you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't hate her as much as I used to. Not even close.
Well, the commentary in the chat was saying that they found it to be boring and they were going to sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it had a little bit of charm. Usually, if it's just Sunny and Nina in Charlie's, I kind of like it a little bit.
Well, what we're done
And I
with
like
now.
the whole Smoltz thing. I like the whole Smoltz thing. I thought that was
Smoltz.
yeah, I like when Sunny does that. And it was and I thought the scene was Sunny and Spencer was really good.
Yeah.
You know, I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it all for Sunny this week. And we didn't see much of Carly, which is actually surprising.
No, she's she's busy
But I think we might be
sitting around
in
her
the
house.
area. I think we might be in the area of film where, she didn't get to come back to work as soon as everybody else because she got the COVID.
Oh, well then maybe that's there we go. She's just not on.
Colorado for a little bit. She didn't miss a ton of time, but she did not come back exactly on time.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why the Carly bus has slowed down, because
She always gets a ton of episodes. Right?
Yeah. We're good with the little Carly break. I'm with it. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. It's cool. It's okay. It's all right stuff. I mean, I'm okay with it. What we're done with though is now the dancing around each other section of Nina and Mike, and we also Mike and Sunny, and we also put to bed Mike as well.
yeah.
So we're branching out into a new portion of this love story.
Yes, so they've decided. Yeah, they've decided they are Sunny and Nina.
Let's be Sunny and Nina, and let's be together.
And they have finally put in the past Mike and Nina.
Nixon Falls was special. It was different. It was you and me, but it wasn't life. It wasn't life. This is life, Nina. What we're living right now, you and me. The love we have for each other. Yeah.
Something like that.
What I don't like though is how Nina's always like, I ain't gonna stand for this. Oh, I ain't gonna stand for this.
Well, which part of it? So, which part of it do you think is making me like Nina?
Because I don't feel the same way. I still dislike what she did, but I don't dislike her as much. So,
is it because she's standing on her own and I bought this hotel and it's mine now and F it, who cares?
Yep.
I'm just gonna do what's for me. Oh, that's good news. That's exactly what I want you to do.
Not really the hotel part so much. I like that she kind of stands up to Sunny a little bit.
She does stand up to Sunny.
She does.
Hey, don't talk to my lady like that. And she's like, back off, bro.
Yeah, that's the part I like about her, I think. And in the history of Carly, fought with him quite a bit.
Yeah.
But it was always kind of, I don't know, a simmer all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like they would build up to it and let things go and get animosity and where Nina's like right on the Charlie every time. Like, oh, you can't say that.
Nope, stop that.
Oh no, nope.
That
And then
stops right
she's
here.
like, and then she looks at him like, oh, I like you.
Oh, I've forgiven you already. I love you so much, Sunny Corinthos.
Okay, if you're gonna talk like that, we got to talk about that.
Oh, my baby.
Sweet girl that doesn't have a clue.
But I'm pregnant and sick. Whatever treatment I'm gonna have to avoid for the life of my child.
And she's not going to tell Michael. It's so silly.
I'm just going to wither away and die.
To me, I thought her decisions so far have been silly. But I thought that when she got a definite answer that she had leukemia, when she saw her, she looked at her own chart. She knows.
Yeah.
Even though they haven't really had the discussion with her so much, she
I'm
knows.
concerned you might have leukemia.
Yeah. But I think she looked at her own records, though, I believe.
Yeah. She looked at the chart and she was like, okay, I know what this means.
Yeah. So, Yeah, but I thought at this point, knowing that she would tell Michael that
No,
she'd had
can't
these
worry him.
tests done.
He's at such a hard year already. What it's turning into Jennifer Tilly is what this is turning into. You're a liar. You remember Jennifer Tilly?
Yeah. I do.
Okay,
I do.
good.
I sure do. And isn't she now Bride of Frankenstein?
No, she's a bride of
Chucky,
Chucky.
Bride.
Bride of Chucky.
Right? Isn't she?
To Chucky, yeah.
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 I remember. I know who it is.
Oh gosh, the biopsy's super painful. You know, just don't bounce back like she did. It's a fantasy world, Judy. You just can't take it for reality. It's what it is. And Dr. Randolph is just that talented.
I think it's just ridiculous, though, that she's not telling Michael at this point.
I just can't tell him.
I mean, it's going to get so to me, it'll get so silly because she has a good support system. It's there. It's not like she ain't got nobody.
My mother was ran over.
But she has a great support system. She got family and friends, a lot of people that care about her.
Nobody cares about me.
Oh my goodness. So if she continues down this and we've got 6 months of pregnancy and she's still not telling anybody nothing and oh my goodness.
And she's going to get real sick and she's going to faint all day. Oh, it's just the pregnancy.
If they do that, I'm going to hope she dies.
But after the
I
baby's
won't be able to help it.
born. Her treatment will lead to the identity of her biological mom, Nina. Probably. Oh, I need bone marrow, but only from a perfect match. I wonder who it could be. Oh, if only Harmony was still alive to tell me who my mother was. Oh, if only someone knew. And then there's Carly in the back going, what do I do? I've known for a long time. People are going to be so mad at me.
That made me think of Scream. My parents are going to be so mad at me.
Mom and Dad are going to be so mad at me. Willa knows women connected with Michael don't make it. I hope she will at some point, says Chandra. Oh, if I don't tell Michael, maybe I'll survive the curse. That's the curse. Telling him you're sick. He just makes it worse. Victorious, I believe this week Willow's going to tell Michael with Dr. T.
I hope so.
Maybe.
I hope so, because like I said, I hope so.
And then,
I hope she does tell. Yeah.
Oh, Michael,
I do, and I'm all for her finding out that Nina's her mother through all of it. I would like it. I think so.
DC's Soap Sanctuary says, once Willow finds out that Carly kept the truth, it'll be just another woman in Port Charles who doesn't get along with Carly.
That's right. That's because it's tit for tat.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Give Sophia a daytime Emmy next year, says Victoria's Josie. Yes, please do. That's actually the title card of last week's episode. That was only 12 minutes long. Was please give Sophia Matson the Emmy. Don't let anybody else take away the Emmy. Let's not forget what happened here in the August time of 2022 when it's time to submit those reels and such.
I don't know if the time thing is, but she has two wonderful, wonderful, wonderful scenes. Is when Liam actually passes away. I thought that scene was
so last year.
But this year she's got the TV studio scene.
Yeah, she's got really strong stuff this year. Absolutely, she does.
That was so good.
Let's see. That'll be what breaks up Drew and Carly. When they finally have the SEX and he finds out she lied to him about. Oh no, it's not a match. Nina's not Willow's mother.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want Willow and Nina to bond. Well, why not? What's wrong with that? Why can't women bond? Oh, here's another great observation from DC's Soap Sanctuary. The daughters of Silas Clay always meet their demise after getting involved with Michael. It's not necessarily that Michael has the death peen. It's that he gets involved with people and it's a curse. The daughters of
Well,
Silas Clay plus Michael
yeah.
equals death.
I remember the very first girlfriend that I can recall of him once he became like an adult character was a girl that was a stripper. And
Okay.
she got sick and died too.
Oh, well,
She was like a secret stripper at the beginning or something like that.
Michael dated Sabrina. Is Sabrina dead
Yeah, Sabrina's dead.
Sabrina's dead? Okay. Abby says Soap Sanctuary.
That's the stripper girl.
Okay, Abby. Yeah. Well, geez, I mean, is the prisoner that did Michael in? Is he dead too? You know which prisoner I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The one that Franco hired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say they're gonna kill that guy, said Sonny. So he's probably dead.
I thought, did Jason kill him?
I don't know. Probably. This is General Hospital we're talking about. That man's
Did.
dead.
I don't know.
Probably is. Victoria's Josie does not care for Drew and Carly. Meh.
I'm not crazy. I don't think they have a better connection than Maxie and Austin. But I think that Dante and Sam are better than I thought they would be. How about that?
Okay.
And
Enough time has passed with Dante and Sam now for me to stop thinking about
their somewhere in the middle, not
even in the middle. There's like the scale. Yeah. It's like Maxie Austin is here, and then over here, like on the fully compatible side of things, is like Obrecht and Scotty.
Or Sabrina and Spencer when they go. Trina and Spencer when they go on their adventure.
Sabrina, is here, and then you got like Drew and Carly is kind of like here. You got Brooklyn and Chase, which is in the middle here, and I'm starting to get with everybody else too when it comes to like me not caring. We're at this point where once they start making out, I'll be like, okay.
Yeah. They took too long to tell that story.
Yeah.
They should have got together when they lost Bailey.
They should have. That's absolutely the best time. And I don't know, because people's schedules are uncertain, and certain people like went on vacation, and I can sort of kind of maybe be able to make a weak excuse for these are the people that we can have on the show regularly, so let's tell their story in a very long form way, because we know that they're going to be on our set a lot and not want to take 3 months off.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
within that time, they should have definitely pulled the trigger on that.
I dare I say, I'd rather see Lucy and Martin together. Just, I want to see them hanging out and being together as a couple more than I want to see Lynn and Chase now.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All their little cutesy fire is gone.
Funny though?
Well, DC Soap Sanctuary has just asked me one of my favorite questions, Mom. And you know what one of my favorite questions is when it comes to talking about television? It's a little 3-letter question. Why?
Yes.
All right. DC Soap Sanctuary says, wow, I think Kat is one of the few people who like Dante and Sam. I'm intrigued now, and I want to hear more of why.
Oh, I think their on-screen chemistry is better than I thought it would be. Just their body language with each other. It seems to have a little believability to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's really about it. I just love watching them.
You like watching their physical romance.
Yeah. No, I just, do they have like gigantic story together that's interesting? A little bit. The whole moving in with each other.
Mm-hmm. How does that complicate things?
I don't think that, I think that's not a decision that for me would not be a decision that took forever. And I would have, took them from the springboard and I'd have told them, well, I'll think about it, but I'm never leaving the penthouse.
You can move in with me.
That would be about it, but that would be me. I mean, that would be exactly what I said.
Listen, you have to understand this penthouse is already totally paid for.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it for 3 or 4 days. However, I know I'm not leaving the penthouse. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
And if you're still interested, you'll let me know.
Because I'm not going to move into Lulu's house because that's weird
But
for me.
that's not soap opera. No, that's
Yeah. There's got to be like, oh, think about it.
that's not.
Well, what's holding
that's
you back,
certainly
darling?
not dramatic enough, is it?
No. What's holding you back?
Right. I think my answer is I just think they're pretty together.
They're pretty together. They're comfortable
much it.
together. They're
I
believable
hadn't even
together.
thought about it. I hadn't even
Sincerely.
thought about it really, other than I like them. I hadn't even thought
Mhm.
about that. So
The,
you've
the
actually
worst part of
told
them
me
is
that.
their shared siblings. That's all. That really is the worst part. If it wasn't for the shared siblings
Yeah,
thing, it wouldn't be so weird.
Yeah. There is not another family connection they can make without it being really weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, not having half siblings, but like a full sibling between the two of them, or
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Oh, you know what? You know who we saw this past couple of weeks too, Matt, and I know that you're a fan of hers. We saw Christina.
We did see Christina. I felt it sucks, Mom. It does. I feel so bad for Christina as a character, and Lexi Ainsworth. I'm sure she's fine. Ultimately, when you're an actor, you come down to what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Go in front of Prospect Park Studios with a sign and protest that I'm not on this show more. I'm just gonna take it when I can, and go on with my life.
Yeah.
So is what it is. When it comes to Christina, boy oh boy, she must feel like a failure. I mean,
Well, she's
congratulations on becoming the manager of this bar. No, I mean, listen, folks, if you made your living off of being a bar manager, awesome. I'm not trying to take that anything away from you on that. But when it comes down to it, Christina, a character on television, has had so much more opportunity to be so much more than the exact same position at a different establishment than Cameron Weber.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think Morgan was pretty much the same way. Didn't he work for, Sonny gave him the little coffee shop in the park thing? What's the place called? What's it called?
Perks?
Is it called the Perks? Yeah.
That's different. Because
Well,
that's a front. That's a front. You're going to run my legitimate business, my boy.
But, they both do the same thing. That was daddy's businesses.
Yeah. But she's not the operator. She's the manager. She's like the day shift manager.
Yes.
Because
Yeah,
Phyllis runs it.
Yes. Phyllis hired her.
Right. So.
And off of her. And they discussed off her own merit. It's not like Sonny told her to. Or
I'm just saying, like, why is she not working for Alexis at the Invader?
Exactly. Exactly. Why isn't she? But she's always been, and I think since she's become an adult character, especially, she's been depicted more as a Corinthos than a Davis.
Mm-hmm. Well, why isn't she working with Sonny then?
Other than the scenes when all the girls are together.
Can you imagine if Christina became Sonny's enforcer? Wouldn't that have been interesting?
Yeah.
That's the story they should have told.
Gosh.
It is. Don't sit there and argue with me, Ma. Leanne thinks that I should be Lucas's new love interest. I would prefer to be Ryan Carnes's love interest than new angry Lucas, because new angry Lucas was angry all the time, and I didn't like angry Lucas. But I'll take the other Lucas. Sure, why not? Do I get to be like a podcaster character? Like the morning radio show host? Drive time in Port Charles. We've got a large accident on Highway 6 headed up north. I do.
Yeah, you guys. My middle child is. What's somebody call it one time?
Are you going to call me truly odd live
Truly odd.
in front of the whole world? My goodness.
But it's delightfully so, Matthew.
I had a middle school teacher that called me truly odd, and it's never been forgotten. It's been, it has been 25 years.
But don't get us wrong. She didn't say it to him in an ugly way.
No.
She's a family friend now. And they have a connection, right?
Right.
You guys do. This Wanda's just not a teacher.
I could be Brad's new love interest and get kidnapped by Ms. Wu, and Brad has to make a decision: the family business or love, says Soap Sanctuary. I mean, sure. I mean, whatever gets me on General Hospital, I'll do it. What am I going to say?
You guys got to call Prospect Park.
You just got to call Frank Valentini, who is definitely listening. And so if you need your morning, if you just give me Frank's phone number, I'll text him and he'll give me a job. That's how that works in the biz. Just get me his phone number and I'll be like, hey, you need a morning radio show character that like works with Smoltz or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then boom, here I am, contracted player on your episodes 4 days a week. Got Twitter hating me. Who is this guy? Why can't they spend time on legacy characters? This dumb Twitter podcaster is now all over my TV and I can't stand it.
Wow.
But why can't I marry? Why can't I date Chase though? Or TJ? Can't they be secretly gay? Why not?
So Matt, did we talk about Elizabeth in the stairwell? Were we able to touch on that, or did that happen?
That was like 3 weeks ago.
Where we really talked,
didn't we? Huh? We talked about it already.
Did
where she heard voices, and it was Biz, and then Finn struck her awake.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But I couldn't remember. Did we did it in the 12 minutes that was terrible, or did we do it the week before?
Matt and Mama Cat can be themselves and work on the red carpet in the next nurse's ball. Then they can podcast during the ball. Curtis will pull Matt on stage to dance during the opening number. You don't want to see that. Unless it's the shovel sidestep.
Only if I get to sing with Epiphany.
Epiphany, huh?
Yes.
All right.
Then I do.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna sing like an old timey, like I don't know, something.
Oh, simple. This is what I want. This is what I want. I want to be hired to be the visionary of Marshall and Epiphany's wedding.
Oh, we're gathered
I've done
here
that
today.
before in real life. Why not? Right, Matt?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we can both be on the show.
My gosh, everybody! I'm getting shipped with all these
So,
characters.
Matt,
Folks, take it to Twitter. Take it to Twitter, folks. Tell the world. Let's start. Me going viral. Matt and Brad. All right. Hashtag mad. Hashtag brat. Whatever it is. Let's make it a thing. Let's make it a thing. Chandra says yes, you can sing with Epiphany. You have Chandra's permission, so I think we're gonna storm the next nurse's ball and make it happen. Yeah.
Hear that, Frank? It means something to me. It should mean something to you.
Come on, Frank. I don't know, Ma. I've crossed everything out here. Willow prioritizes the baby. Cody punches Scott. Ava moves into the Metro Court. Drew, Valentine, Marty, Esme, Spencer, Jordan, and Portia.
Yeah. One thing I thought that was kind of cool was, Scotty, Liesel, and Britt sitting together. Britt actually offered to do a blood, a DNA test for Scotty. I can do that for him. I thought that was very, underhandedly daughterly of her.
Well, Britt likes Scotty, or likes how Scotty makes Liesel feel, at least.
Yeah, likes how.
I mean, Britt's a different person now. She's not the Britch.
Yeah. I don't like the Cody. I don't like the chemistry of Cody and Britt either. There's a lot of chemistry missing on GH for me right now, actually.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
What do you guys think?
I think that they would agree. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in their mouths. Now, they'll say some people are great, other things could be better. I think that the distance between what is good and what is bad is pretty great right now, which I think feeds into the problem. If what wasn't as good as the good stuff was better, then maybe it'd be easier watch. I don't know. But you get the split. Like Daisy just said, I'm a Drew and Carly fan. Not everybody's a Drew and Carly fan. Not everybody's a Sam and Dante fan. Not everybody's a Liesl Scotty fan. Not everybody's a TJ fan. I don't know what to say.
Well, Well, we all have our favorite stuff to look at, and even our favorite families to watch, I think.
Yeah.
For me, it's the Quartermains because they're the funniest.
Yeah. All that stuff. Chandra says, "Come through for us, Fido." Matt and Mama Cat need one day storyline. We would love to be day players. Absolutely. I've got a friend too that's really trying to make it in Hollywood. If you can just make him a day player, so we can get him to the Screen Actors Guild, that would be wonderful. Actually, audience, if you can give us 3 yellow vouchers, something like that, work a connection here down in Los Angeles, make that happen for us. That'd be cool.
Sure would be.
It sure would be. Yeah, and then we get my friend on General Hospital. We get this away. It'd be Nika's love interest.
Yeah.
Or brother.
Why not?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think Ms. Wu and Sunny will make a good oh, de Heaven. You're a funny woman. And she says it would be something different. And you're right. It absolutely would be something different. I hope they don't put Cody and Maxie together. I want Maxie to be single for a while and focus on her kids, or get with Spinelli. Let's just do that. Oh, hey, what dirt does Spinelli have on Cody? Isn't that what's going on? Like, he data mined some sort of something that Cody really doesn't want him to know about.
I don't really know. I don't really get that, really.
I don't get it.
But I didn't realize, though, until this past week, how much trouble the Spinelli could possibly be in.
Yeah, because I guess he's illegally getting information about these people to make the best romantic matches.
He's not necessarily just doing personality profiles.
No. He's digging deep into their online histories, which is why he can't run it on his own profile. Oh, no.
So now it makes sense to me. I thought before he was just being Spinelli and being weird. I understand it better now.
Well, yes. Yeah. Cody threatened Spinelli. Cody did threaten Spinelli. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on in General Hospital right now. I don't know what's happening in any storyline.
Yeah, you do, Matt. Are you watching, sweetheart?
Okay, I do. I know what's going on. I do know what's going on. Hey, Jakari. Yes, you're pretty late. We're actually starting to get in line here, probably for the elevator here. Things are definitely starting to break down.
Right for us, because it doesn't work that well right now. The elevator.
Yeah, pushed the button a little while ago. I don't think Sonny could date another mafiosa. Probably not. I don't know. I don't know who Sonny's going to date. He's going to be with Nina for a while, and then get back with Carly. I don't know.
I can't see this. Any woman that's with Sonny, they do that thing. They really melt into him at some point in the beginning. All of them do. I don't see Miss Wu melting into anybody.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Sonny needs somebody I can cook for. And then we can go dancing. And then we can make some love. Yeah. I think Dex is Brenda's son. I don't know. How appropriate would it be for Jocelyn to date Brenda's son? Perfectly appropriate.
Well, I think the age is about right for him, because he's young. He's super young. They made a point of showing this to us this week what he really looks like, at the pool,
He looks like Chris Benoit.
He did his off shirt thing, right?
He just seems so compact. It's weird.
He looks like a really, really well put together, small frame kind of person.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Very
I don't know.
proportionate, but smaller, but buffy guy.
I don't know. It was weird because it was like Trina was trying to play matchmaker. It was very strange.
He certainly cannot pinch an inch.
Oh, no.
Certainly cannot.
Just skin. It's all that just skin there.
But muscly guy. Anyway, Joss really looked at him like,
Yeah, and then Trina was all like, so who's that? How do you know him? Like, come on, Trina. Jocelyn has a boyfriend. But when she's really not all that into, let's be real here.
No.
If you're Jocelyn Jax and you were into a dude, you'd be into him differently than she's into Cameron.
I think the sex tape thing just kind of tainted it.
It popped the fizzle.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I honestly thought Dev was Sonny and Brenda's son. No, Dev died. Dev is dead.
And
oh no, Dev.
Yeah, it was terrible.
All right, guys, we got to go back to that moment. We could go back to that
Funny.
moment. We'll go back onto the elevator and get out of here. All right, so how long ago was it now? Year and a half, 2 years ago?
That's
They
what.
blew up the floating rib. All right, so Julian Jerome is working for Cyrus, but he doesn't want to be. But if he doesn't do what Cyrus says, then Cyrus is going to tell Sonny that Julian knew about Wiley the whole time.
Yes.
Okay, and so he gives Julian a bag with a bomb in it. And he's like, just put it in the floating rib and walk away. Right. And then Julian does, and then he like calls Cyrus on his cell phone to be like, I did it. But what he really did was trigger the bomb because they were trying to blow up Jason. But really what they did was blow up the floating rib. And Lulu went into a coma. They were just talking about that this week. Okay.
Yeah.
Mac and Felicia even talked about the floating rib not too long ago, about how their lives are a little boring now.
Oh, I think they're going to wind up with a haunted star, and that's going to be their floating rib.
That will be fun.
sense.
I'm with it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I'm with that. I'm with that. Dustin, Lulu's fiance,
Mhm.
died.
Sure did.
Danny, didn't die.
No,
We were so wrong.
We were so wrong.
Jason was fine, all that kind of stuff.
that's tough.
Cameron was blown up, but he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But poor Dev Corbin. He got
was a
blown up in the
bummer.
blast, loaded up into an ambulance, and Sonny rode with him, headed to Port Charles, hoping to save this young man's life.
Mm-hmm.
They had a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
family and being there for each other. And Dev was like, thank you very much for everything you've done for me, Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
And then he dies like a ton of bricks. Just
Yeah, he did.
he just completely falls out. And Maurice Bernard, bless his heart, takes this moment to go, it was the most awkward, I don't care about what just happened. Like, more, I'm disappointed in how this one shot of this kid's death scene went, and I am just done early. And we like it here on the podcast too. Hey, oh no, Dev's dead. I need some milk. Because it's like what the train of thought was. It's like, oh no, Dev is dead.
I was just like,
But we're out of
And-
milk at home, so I need to
Yeah.
get some of that on the way back.
done.
Damn it. Yeah, I need some milk. Oh gosh, they could have done so much more with Dennis, says DC. Yes.
We better hurry. Are we going to pull the button like Jordan did? Are we going to do that?
Oh, I mean, in a minute, I was going to read the chat because I was busy in my own little fantasy
Yeah, you
world
were.
of reliving Dev's death. And he just
Okay. What do you go ahead?
okay. DC Soap Sanctuary says, I felt like they could have done so much more with Dev. They killed him with quickness, and loves how Sonny and Carly made his death about them and how great they were. They did make it about Dev. I thought Dev and Jocelyn actually had really great chemistry with each other. And that's the direction things should have gone in. I don't know. They had some sort of actor budget slash, or they hired somebody too expensive, or something happened in which they had to do a purge.
Mhm.
And that's what happened with poor Dev. Because he was kind of in the middle of the story too. It was kind of random. But sometimes that's live. Jocelyn and Dex will become a couple. Sonny and Cody about his problems. Recast Serena. Morgan come back. We got a spot for you. Carly needs something to obsess about. They would have to recast Serena. The real life Serena's in the military, and then Chandra sticks out her tongue. You know what, folks? Since Chandra is at the point where she is just gone off of the deep end, and it's just blah, 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 in chat. Let's get out of here too.
Yeah,
Let's get on that elevator,
actually
folks.
kind of hungry. I need to go get some.
Well, there we
lunch.
go. You know, people need to eat. It's lunchtime or dunch time, depending on where you are. You know, it could be late lunch, early dinner time.
Yeah.
We're gonna get on the elevator, the one that's working, because right now there's this really annoying alarm going off in the entire hospital. Is that what
structure.
actually happens when you do that?
The whole structure, right?
Is
No.
like, does every alarm in the building go off?
Because she just pulled the alarm on the elevator, not
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
fire alarm for the
Right.
building.
But whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to
She
avoid
didn't
that
come.
elevator because it's stopped right now, but we're going to get on the other one. And while we're going back down to the first floor, we're going to like this video. We're going to subscribe to it. And if you weren't watching live, you're going to leave a comment about what we had to say and what your thoughts were. And if it's mean, I'm just going to say thank you for your contribution. And if it's nice, I might actually reply with something of substance.
Hey, Matthew needs nutrition too.
But that's it, folks. We're going to go back down to the first floor. We're going to get the heck out of here, go into the parking garage, duck and dive and weave away from Victor Cassadine, always on the hunt and prowl for the next person to kidnap. Go into our cars, turn our radios to old episodes to the 10th Floor podcast, including, ones of like 2 weeks ago and such, which you can get on all your podcasters and stuff. And I know you're bored when I do this part, Mom, but it's important. Everybody knows where they can find us.
Boring. You're just so funny. You're fun.
You can find us on Twitter as well at 10th Floor GH. You can email us at 10th Floor GH 10th Floor GH at gmail.com. And you want to have somebody that you like on our show, like an interviewee, like because we had Ken Schreiner on, we've had Arlandria Lanier, who plays Nika. She was on. We've had Kathleen Gotti. Tweet these people. Let them know that we're here. Annoy them to death like Chandra does. Do it.
We need, we do. We do need a guest, don't we?
Yeah, it'd be fun. So, remind all your favorites that we exist.
We don't have anything planned with anybody, you guys. We don't have no booking.
Not yet.
Nobody.
Not
But
yet.
we're hoping we will.
And we can do it with viewers like you.
Yep.
All right, folks. Happy birthday, Mama.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
And I guess we'll get you right back here next time on the 10th floor. Go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
And I've been
I
Kat.
used to have such a good rhythm with that, and I've totally lost it,
What happened there?
I don't know. I need to go back and listen to what it used to be. All right, folks. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'm Jerry Spring. I'm Matt.
And I'm Kat.
We'll get you right back next year on the 10th floor. Even that was